Hey, how you guys doing? Okay, so today we're going to talk about why overpricing your house to maximize your bottom line is actually going to hurt your bottom line. It's not going to get you what you actually think. So if you are thinking about putting your house on the market, chances are you've considered spring as the perfect time frame to go ahead and do this. And you wouldn't be wrong. Historically speaking, that's when a lot of activity starts to pick up. A lot of buyers are starting to get serious about their real estate goals, especially after the holidays and leading into the summer. A lot of people want to have their families in their next homes before school starts, so they are starting off school in the proper district. All those kind of things. If you're in a military town like I am in San Antonio, a lot of PCSing happens during the spring season. But even in those favorable conditions, you want to be careful about the pricing strategy that you employ. Overpricing your house is going to send the wrong message to the buyers. We all know that, especially in this economy, people are watching their pocketbooks. And so the moment you put your house on the market, they're going to look at the pictures, they're going to look at the price, and that's going to make the biggest first impression. If your house is priced too high, they might not even come in your property to check it out. They'll just immediately write it off. If they come into your home and they don't feel the value is there for the price, they're not gonna write an offer to even negotiate it. I know a lot of sellers will say, well, we'll just try, we'll negotiate. A lot of times they won't even come in the house, like I said, or they won't even write an offer. So you won't even have the opportunity to negotiate the price if you're priced too high. Like I said, right now, everyone's watching their pocketbooks, inflation, home appreciation, more interest rates, all that's going up. So you want to keep that in mind when you're pricing. I want to read something that I got from the U.S. News Real Estate. It's an article from the U.S. News Real Estate. It says, even in a hot market where there are more buyers than houses available for sale, buyers are not going to pay attention to homes with inflated asking prices. So it's not just me saying that, it is a thing, okay? And so what will ultimately happen when your house is priced too high, buyers are going to pass it up, it's going to sit longer on the market, and now that's going to create another issue, because the longer your house is on the market, buyers are going to start looking at it like, what's the problem? Some of them might not even take the time to ask their realtor. They're just going to see it sitting there while everything else is selling around you and just assume something is wrong with the house. Because if it was great, someone would have put an offer on it by now. If everything is moving so quickly and that one is not, there must be an issue. Either they'll come up with, I've seen it all before. They'll make up things in their head. Price, of course, they're going to look at it. They're going to notice that, well, they're really overpriced. They may think that the seller is being unreasonable. They may think there's structural, physical issues with the property. So it'll just sit there longer and longer. The longer your house sits and you're not getting any activity on it, now you may be thinking, okay, let's go ahead and reduce the price. But if you reduce, you're now chasing the market down, trying to catch up to that price. And you may run into a situation where buyers are going to look into that and say, okay, this person's been on the market for 90 days. The typical house sells within 30 days. They have now done 3 or 4 price reductions, and you're probably even priced competitively, right? Where everybody else is priced at. But now buyers tend to want to do a motivation check. It's what I say. It's like, well, they've been sitting on the market for a while. They finally started reducing prices. Let's see how motivated they are. And they're going to present to you a lower asking price for the property when they put in an offer, because they want to see how bad do you want it now, right? So you just don't want to be in that position. And I'm going to read something else from Forbes. It says, it's not only the price of an overpriced home that turns buyers off. There's also another negative component that kicks in. If your listing sits there and accumulates days on the market, it will not be a good look. Buyers won't necessarily ask anyone what's wrong with the home. They'll just assume something is indeed wrong and will skip the property and go to view a more recent home. So that's basically what I just explained to you. It was an article in Forbes as well, but I've actually experienced that. Like, Forbes didn't have to tell me. When I go out with my buyers, they think that, they really do, guys. So you want to be careful where that's concerned. So the solution is, what you want to do is price your home correctly the first time. You either want to price it at market pricing or like slightly below. And we're not telling you to give away your home. I'm not saying you have to drop it down dramatically, but even a little bit of a savings is a savings. I mean, even when we go to sale and go shopping and there's a sale, right? 10% off. Sales tax in Texas is 8.25%. So pretty much that 10% savings was just taxes and just a little ching ching after that. So, but I'm still happy about it. I'm still going to take the savings, or if I get a 25% off coupon or 25% off coupon or $1 off coupon, I'm going to use it. So what I'm saying is the savings, the discount when you're pricing it, to attract buyers, it doesn't have to be dramatic. You just want to stand out, right? So how do you find your initial asking price? Well, you're going to want to lean on the professionals. We have the tools available in order to find out what's going on, what's the current market conditions, what has recently sold, what things have expired off the market, meaning, other sellers like you have put it out there and the buyers in the market have rejected it for one reason or another. It could be condition, it could be because of pricing. And we're going to be able to put that information, as well as what's actively competing against you, all these different things. There's just a lot that goes into it. And we're going to create a comparative market analysis. And that comparative market analysis is what we will present to provide a good price range of where the market is saying you should price your home at. And like I said, once you get that price range, you could talk with your realtor to devise a strategy that will make your house be the obvious choice when it comes to pricing in the eyes of the buyers. So again, bottom line, when you are trying to increase your bottom line, you don't want to do that by increasing your asking price, because that's going to actually have the opposite effect. Okay. Strategy is everything. And if you price it even a little below and you have value in the eyes of the buyer on your property, that may create a bidding war and drive your initial asking price up, or at least get you what you're asking for, without anyone trying to negotiate with, kind of poor terms or putting an offer lower than your asking price. So either way, pricing it right from the beginning is going to be the way to go. If you have any more questions, definitely feel free to reach out. I'm here anytime. Take care.